Hey beautiful people, it is Sonia and I am back for another day of making and creating. I'm just cleaning up my space from last night, so I got busy. If you saw my video, the cover picture, this is the ones that we finished yesterday. So go back if you want to watch the tutorial on how to make these. In the end, I kept the white with the opalite. And then I did black tourmaline and moved the butterfly. But this is the bracelet that actually inspired me right here to do it. If you're just joining my channel, if you want to make jewelry, learn how to make it, hang out, get creative and cozy, this is the channel. So we have started, this is what, day 4, I think, of basically making some fun, whimsical jewelry. Love that. Isn't that not gorgeous? And we're doing it here on the daily. So check back for new videos. So those are done. These are ready to go out to the shop floor. I'm just going to go ahead and probably find a bag to put them in, something really sweet, and then I can put a label onto them as to what the crystals are. Excuse me, I was just out and I was actually just having a sweet potato. Love me a sweet potato in the air fryer. 30 minutes, 375. Boom, let it rest. Yummy. Sometimes you can do butter, cinnamon, whatever you want onto it. That's usually a little pick-me-up snack. But when I did, long story short, when I went by the desk, Matt's working checkout, and I saw a pair of my lovely mushroom earrings, the ones that we just made a couple days ago. A second set of those is sold. So just to show you how quickly when you're making jewelry, how fast they go. So now we have one set left, right? And then you're like, oh my gosh, you got to make some more. Plus I've got stuff that I've been making that I've got to get out on the floor. So yeah, we got to ramp it up. We got to get it going. So last night I sat here and I worked, actually you can probably see them right here. I worked on some quartz points. I told you guys yesterday in the video that I was probably going to go ahead and do that because a lot of people love these, and you know, you can buy them as is because you just love the crystal and you collect crystal. But I like to be able to turn them into wire wrapped pieces, so that way people can wear them and take their favorite crystal with them, right? So who else loves some clear quartz? That's a beauty. So we're going to do that. I painted this, all the bowls that I use for all the crystals in the shop and stuff. A lot of them are stuff that I had painted, done stuff with. This was a paint pour I did with our Junk Monkey paint. I have stools to match, and I did a whole, I found this whole bamboo set. Oh my gosh, let me see. Does it even have a tag on the bottom? Not the Goodwill tag, but I bought this whole set of bamboo, like a serving, big bowl, and these little ones. There's a bunch. I sold all the other ones, but this one I still have. So that's what that is. How fun. And yeah, let's see, what else can we get into? Well, I had to go find some more of my storage. So I get these at the Dollar Tree if you're getting interested in getting into this sort of stuff. These containers for, well, I guess they're $1.25. The dollar stores are really no longer $1 across the board anymore, but you cannot beat that. So I have a whole tower of this. I'm just sharing this with you because as we go, and you get into jewelry making as well. So this is what I'm saying here. This is kind of like you can stack them, and they do actually connect with each other. But it's nice because, you know, if you need something, you can pull it out. But I need this, so my tower is growing. What you gonna do? One night I will sit here and I will get things organized. But when I sit here, I make stuff, and then I make stuff for myself. So this is a piece that I did last night. What do you guys think of it? This is what's called bead soup. I was sitting here and well, I made something with these. What was it? Something with this blue turquoise. And I had a couple pieces of it left. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make myself a little eclectic bead soup bracelet. And these were a lot of just vintage glass, beautiful lampwork beads. Just various ones. I love that one with the polka dots. And then I always kept this pewter pendant. It's a piece of coral, and I, of course, am a girl from an island, from the ocean, and so that just meant a lot. And I kept it off to the side, and I'm like, let me see, would that be the perfect piece for it? So this is how ideas are formed, right? And now I have a little piece right here. You know me, I love my dingle dangle charms, and kind of fun. So, but that's the thing. When you make your own jewelry, you can move this at any point. If I get a silver necklace and I want to put that on, wear it around my neck, I can do that as well, right? So fun. So anyway, newest piece alert. Tell me if you made something for your stack. Let me know how it's going on your end, okay? So this is what I've been up to, making these gorgeous points. I'm wearing my point today. That is the whole point of the situation. And then I'll go and I'll get like a cord. Let me see if I have a free cord here. Let's see. Do I have one without anything on it? Nope. I've got one that's attached to a dragonfly. I guess I could use that one as an example for you. These are just some that I'm hanging. You can see the dragonfly here, right? So I'm doing some necklaces as well. But basically, what I would do, will this one come out over? The thing is, when you make your own bracelets, your own jewelry, if you ever have a jump ring, this has got an extender on it, so let me just make sure it will fit over it. It's good that your charm doesn't fall off ideally, so I can't remember when I hung this one. Yeah, you can take it apart right here and then just slip it over. So that one's going to stay for right now. But just for an example, just to show you, is that instead of the dragonfly pendant, or honestly, if you really wanted to, if I picked a small crystal, I could hang a small crystal with it. And then, so I'm going to show you, I'm going to wrap maybe one or two more. I think I've got 9 done so far. But yeah, then you have your crystal. And if somebody really, really likes clear quartz, which is a beautiful crystal, there she is, right? Whether she hangs solo, or you can also pair it with something. But that is a beautiful, I think I got a ghost at the end of the table. But that's really cool, right? So this is what I'm going to be making, minus the dragonfly. I have a bunch of these cords, which I'm going to put together a little link so that you guys can follow if you want to get all the same materials that I have that I get over and over again. And I know works really, really well for the shop. But these are a classic. So stay tuned for that. I'll get that done over the next probably 24 or 48 hours, and I'll include these as well. So these cords hang. They're awesome. And then whatever you make and create, you can dangle on it just like that. And people love it. So we're going to do a couple more of this. I'm going to show you how I make one of these. But that is the idea. Tell me if you get it. Tell me if you get it. Thanks, guys, for those of you who have been leaving comments. I appreciate you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you for leaving the stars or the hearts. Let's see, what can we do today? Let me think of the emojis. Find me a moon today. If you're loving the videos, if you're following along, today's emoji in the comments will be the moon. And that would be so awesome. It lets me know you're watching and you're really enjoying these videos. And it also helps my channel survive, to be able to be shown and to just basically be able to be kept alive. I've had this channel for, I think, over 10 years at this point. It's been a little bit of everything. I'm pretty sure the algorithm is, what is this channel anymore? It's me being creative. So that's why I called it Sonia Miller, because you could find me doing honestly anything at this point. But here we go. So we got these gorgeous pendants made. Here is what I'm going to do for the next one. You first select some crystals. I have these 2 here. I think these were the next 2 I was going to get to. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I might have to do one more over there too. Just do maybe a collection of 12. Feels like the right thing. So I'm actually wearing my, let me drop it in front of you here. Can you see it? Can you see it somewhere? This is my quartz point here, and I love it. I've got it on a long chain today. And then usually for a crystal, the idea is, basically how I think about it is, how much wire do I need? Is I create the loop with it, and then one arm wraps down and up, and the other arm wraps down and up. So by the time you're swirling this, I would say, like, I give myself at least a minimum of 12 inches for like a medium crystal. That way, if I devote in half, 6 inches for each side, I know I'm going to be good, right? And have some to work with. So a lot of times, like my tray, if I wanted a visual, I know this tray is about 12 inches. So I do 12 across. And honestly, when you start with this, depending on the crystal that you have, and then you start, how big are my crystals? I think they're medium size, right? Yeah. So we should be good there. So this is a 20 gauge wire, and I would say use between 20, no, this is 18 gauge wire. Let me double check. Yeah, this is 18 gauge wire. So it's going to be thicker, right? So I would do between 18 and 20, but this is going to be a little bit tougher on your fingers when you actually make something of it because it's just a bigger gauge, okay? And if I'm not mistaken, the way it is, let me think about this, is the lower the number, the thicker the wire. So when I say 18 to 20 and this is tough and I say go to 20, it's not because it's thicker, it's actually a little bit thinner. So you kind of got to think it backwards in your brain, but 18 to 20, because if you do a wire that is too light and you're like, oh, it's so easy if I get the thin stuff. Yeah, but your crystal, the weight of your crystal actually will fall. It will literally just place weight upon your wire and your wire gives way. It stretches, it moves, it becomes flexible and it doesn't stay in place. The idea is to sell pieces that people can wear this around their neck and it's not going to fall off, right? So we don't want that to happen. So now all I do, this is my way of doing it. I intuitively wrap. So I've got my piece. I am going to bend it in the middle, cross it over, and do a little turn once or twice. And that will give me the top of my loop, right? This is going to be for any loop that you see on the top right here. And now that means I don't need a jump ring. I just created my own jump ring. So I am all about that. Okay, so we've got that there. And then actually, you see how when I wrapped it, this ended up being a little bit shorter than the other one. That's okay. I will make it work. But generally in the middle, you want to do it. And then I take it. So imagine that as being the little head to your piece. And there's two arms, and they're like, I'm ready to hug. I'm ready to hug this crystal. So I put the crystal right in front of that. That becomes the backing, the brace. And then one arm hugs it, and I go around a couple times, just like that. And now I'm going to bring that back up to the top. And then what I like to do is go around that little loop a couple times. I'm not going to keep going because that's going to be way too much. And then I'm going to cut this little bit off right here on the end. And then I could probably even cut it shorter, to be honest with you, because what I want to do, I close my eyes when I do this, I don't want any wire bouncing back, is I take this and I turn it in and I put it right down inside that little nest, the little bird's nest that I just made. So here you go. You've got one arm hugging it, okay, the head and the arm. Now the other one, I'm just going to go just in between that wire and up again. And this time I might do one little one on the outside to help keep it back. And then this little piece right here, same idea. We're going to tuck that right back down inside. I'm going to take this piece now. And that little nest that we created is the perfect little spot to tuck. Let me get this going down. Like I said, this is a little bit thicker. I would do at least 20 gauge, but my fingers are, at this point, I'm a DIY girl, so I don't mind a little extra oomph. And there we go. We can straighten that up and she's ready to rock, right? And there she is. Isn't that pretty? How pretty. That's the back and that is the front. And just like that, we have a sweet little wrapped crystal. Now you can also just make sure this is pushed down here. Sometimes I get these extra, you see how these are more thinner? That's why it's nice to have different sorts of pliers, because if one pair is just wider, there we go. I just wanted to go way down. Okay, so there we go. So now all we would need to do is put it on our necklace and we have got a sweet little wrap. All right, let's do one more. Oh, and the other thing that you can do is when this is wrapped around, I go and I will press upon the wire to make sure that it's making the connection with the crystal. And if there's anything that you need to tighten, you can take your pliers, grab a piece, and just kind of twist your wires. It makes your wires go kind of twisty. I want that piece to be way down there. I keep seeing that. So yeah, so you can kind of like tighten them up as you go as well. So that one's perfect. Now I'm going to do one more. Why not? Let me see here. Let me use my little rough reference. But once you start making this, you begin to kind of really know in half. Twist. And we're going to do this right here. You can do front or back, whatever you want. I might do this one in the front. See, the thing is, when you're wrapping crystals, there's so many different shapes. It's really up to you. It's very intuitive. It's very artistic, and it is up to you in terms of what you want to do with it. Now you're just seeing me do this again. I will tell you that when I sit here and I do this, if I stop and I slow down, it's harder to do it when you go slow. I find that it becomes very mindless for me when I'm doing it myself. Let me just make sure I put that little pokey bit inside the loop. All right, and then the other one will come down. I might put it down right there. It will come up wherever I want it. I'm going to wrap a couple times. Cut, and then we take this, we bring it into the little bird's nest in the middle, and we push it down. All right. Boy, that's nice. Isn't that so cool? Just to show you, like, we just wrapped these, and they both came out different, yet alike. Aren't they gorgeous? So we just make sure everything is tight. So if I can see a space right here, I'm going to push it down. Make contact. Make contact. All right. There's really nothing I need to tighten, but if I did, just to show you for this purpose, I would just take my pliers, put on here, and twist a little bit. And what happens is the wires kind of twist and tighten. I'm very happy with that. And when you do wire wrapping, you really can't overthink it. I mean, you should just go with it because it's an overall, you stand back. You don't question yourself. You just wrap it to get it tight and you put it down. But you don't overthink yourself. And all of them come out a little bit differently. But yeah, it's just the head, 2 arms back up, other arm wraps around, gives it some love, and wraps it back up again around. And that is pretty much it, over and over again. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I thought I was doing 12. Did I lie? Were we doing 12? All right, I'm going to sit here. I'll probably do, let me see, what time are we at right now? 17. So I'm probably going to wrap a couple more, and I will select 3 of my points to put on my Etsy if anybody's interested. I don't think I'm going to put them all on there. You guys know I'm making for my shop. I just heard somebody else come in. We have a very busy shop here, so a lot of my stuff sells in my physical store. But I will put 3 up in case any of my online followers see this and would love to have a special clear quartz point hand wrapped by me. Clear quartz is known for the metaphysical properties. If you're into the associations with it, this is going to be your crystal. It's called the Master Healer. It's just a beautiful crystal, healing crystal, and it's said to amplify energy and just really give you energy, right? And actually, clear quartz is in a lot of electronics if you do some research, and it really amps up vibrations and frequencies and all that good stuff. So when I see clear quartz, it's all about, you know, when I wear my clear quartz, it's because I want to magnify my happiness. I want to increase my happiness, you know, and that's kind of like a reminder, a tool to, yeah, just step into high vibration. So tell me if you too love the clear quartz. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. And I think I'm looking down here, right? I think this is where my eyes should be. And I will see you guys again tomorrow for what, day 5, I do believe, of making beautiful jewelry. I hope you guys are having fun. And will you tell me yes if you're feeling inspired? Just write yes if you're feeling inspired below and let me know. All right, guys. Have a good one. See ya. Bye.